Nothing. It was almost 5 o'clock. Otis had just solved his last antic. He was about to close up shop when another customer walked in. It was Susie Gump, the richest lady in town. "Goody, goody," she said. "Now, what's for sale?" Otis looked around. "Oh, nothing." "Nothing?" said Susie. "How much do you want for it?" Otis was baffled. "I have a lot of things," said Susie, "but I've never had nothing. I will pay you $300. This is ridiculous, thought Otis. Then he remembered the words of his father. "The customer is always right." Otis grabbed nothing and carried it out to Susie's car. "Thank you," said Susie, and she handed him a check. Otis was stunned. So were the shopkeepers across the street. "How you do it?" said Wally. "Unbelievable," said Sam. $300 for nothing? That only happens in the movies. In fact, it happened again the very next day. Susie Gump was back. "Nothing is wonderful," she said. "I must have more." "But miss," said Otis, "I can't sell you nothing." "Very well," said Susie. "I will find it somewhere else." Wally was waiting for her. "Your luck, miss. I have the finest in nothing," Sam called from next door. "I have nothing imported. Nothing from Italy. Nothing from China." Well, it didn't take long for everyone to hear about Susie Gump's obsession, buying nothing as if it was something. She was nuts. But then, maybe there really was something to nothing. If so, there was only one way for people to find out. Soon, the whole town was in a frenzy. Nothing sold like nothing before. People quickly ran out of space. In order to make room for nothing, they had to get rid of something. Otis was thrilled. He found more things than his shop could hold. But business was bad. People didn't want things. They wanted nothing. And in less than a week, everybody had plenty of it. Over at the Gump Mansion, Susie called her maid. "Rosie, could you fetch me a towel?" "There is no towel, madam," said Rosie. "What about a bathrobe?" "There is no bathrobe, madam. There is nothing." "Nothing won't do," said Susie. "I need something right now. Bring the car around to the front." "There is no car, madam." "So still wait." Susie climbed back into her clothes and walked into town. "Looking for nothing, miss," said Sam. Susie kept walking. Something had caught her eye. A familiar antique shop. "Oh, goody," she said, looking around the room. "What's for sale?" "Oh, everything," said Otis. Susie pulled out her checkbook. "I will take it." It was almost 5 o'clock when the last things were carted away. Otis' shop was empty again. He was just about to close up when another customer walked in. Fantastic! What a super duper shop you've got here. It was Toby Portobello, the richest man in town. What's for sale? Otis checked the clock. Sorry, we are closed.